Hi, today is Friday, May 16th, 2025. So it's a TGIF and it's almost midnight. And tomorrow and Sunday, I'll be staying in Seoul at my dorm and try to read materials about Microsoft Azure technology. Most likely introduction and manuals and all sorts of technical terms I will just browse through and memorize because I have a test coming up. The test is AZ900. But regardless, as it's my determination and habit, I'm going to read this English article so that I could practice English. This one is from ABC News, right? And the title is Scientists Turn Lead into Gold for First Time, but only for a split second. The Large Hadron Collider created 89,000 gold atoms per second. By Doc Llewellyn, May 14th, 2025. So it's only 2 days old. Why gold prices are hitting an all-time high? ABC News Alexis Christophorus joins GMA, Good Morning America, to take a look at why some Americans are looking to purchase the precious metal. In a breakthrough that would make medieval alchemists envious, scientists at Europe's Large Hadron Collider have successfully transformed lead into gold, producing 89,000 atoms per second. The Large Hadron Collider LHC is a giant particle accelerator that smashes atoms together at super high speeds. Scientists there have found a way to knock three tiny particles called protons out of lead atoms, turning them into gold atoms. Protons, that's very difficult, right? It's easy to get the electrons in the outer orbits ripped off from atoms, but protons, they are very difficult because they are strongly bound, right, with the remaining electrons. It's quite difficult to do so. So a lot of energy is required to smash them out of the atoms. The team behind this discovery, called the Alice Collaboration, used a unique way to create gold. Instead of crashing lead atoms head-on, they looked at what happens when the atoms just barely miss each other. Researchers explained that when this happens, powerful electromagnetic fields around the atoms can cause them to change into different elements. Interesting. A man shows a gold nugget at a gold trading house in El Bagre Municipality, Antioquia Department, Colombia on March 23rd, 2023. Irrelevant, right? Irrelevant photo. It's impressive that our detectors can handle both major collisions that create thousands of particles and these smaller events that make just a few particles at a time. Marco van Leeuwen, who leads the ALICE project, said in a press release. How much gold did they make? During one period of experiments from 2015 to 2018, the scientists created about 86 billion gold atoms. That sounds like a lot, but when we add up all that gold, scientists said it only weighs about 29 picograms, which is less than a trillionth of a gram. You would need trillions of times more to make even a tiny piece of jewelry. The machine can create about 89,000 gold atoms every second, but each atom only exists for a tiny fraction of a second before breaking apart. Recent upgrades to the machine have almost doubled the amount of gold it can make, but it's still far from practical use. According to Yuliana Dmitrieva, a scientist for the ALICE collaboration, this is the first time scientists have been able to detect and study gold production at the LHC in this way. Thanks to the unique capabilities of the ALICE ZDCs, the present analysis is the first to systematically detect and analyze the signature of gold production at the LHC experimentally, Dmitrieva said in the release. The research isn't just about making gold. John Jowett, another scientist at the team, said that these experiments help them understand how particles behave, which is important for improving the LHC and building future particle colliders. The results are also test and improve theoretical models of electromagnetic dissociation, which beyond their intrinsic physics interest are used to understand and predict beam losses that are major limit on the performance of LHC and future colliders, Jowett said in the release. So beam losses are important, right? Beam losses. So that's it. So no conclusion at all. Well, that's enough. From this article, we noticed that atoms change its characteristics for less than a second and then break apart. They shoot the beam into the into the vicinity of the proton to the core, right? And it rips apart the protons from the cocoon of atom, and it changes the characteristics of the atom, like from lead to gold, and it produced a very little bit amount of gold, right? And they need to improve on the beam losses so that they could utilize the technology for more further useful analysis. Well, that's it. But before we go, let's watch this video.
With growing uncertainty in the nation's economy and talk of trade wars, gold prices are surging to a record high. ABC's Alexis Christophorus is back with a look at why some Americans are looking to purchase the precious metal. Hey again, Alexis.
Hey guys, it is hot right now to own gold. Gold made history last week, smashing record highs. Economic uncertainty has some Americans piling money into the relative safety of gold, but experts say it's still a risky bet. This morning, Americans are staging a modern-day gold rush. 24-karat magic in the air. Gold rallying to a record high last week, topping $3,000 per troy ounce. That's the way gold is measured. That's up more than $830 from this time last year, and more than 10 times what it was worth back in 2000.
In uncertain times like these, people are spurred towards the stability and security of owning physical gold.
A turbulent stock market fueled by uncertainty over President Trump's tariffs is driving people to the safety of gold.
Only one asset has stood the test of time: physical gold.
Since the start of the year, gold is up nearly 14%, outperforming the S&P 500, which is down about 5%.
People invest in gold during uncertain times because it's the only currency that has been around for literally thousands of years. There's a reason why we have the gold standard. That is the one currency that everyone can use everywhere, no matter what.
That's tens of thousands of ounces gone within hours of being listed online.
Costco's gold bars remain a hot commodity. The precious metal is among the big box retailers' top selling items since Costco started offering 1 ounce gold bars in 2023. But experts caution there's no guarantee gold prices will continue to shine.
It's not necessarily going to go up from here. It might go down, and you have to be mentally prepared for that.
And experts say given how volatile gold can be, it should only make up 5 to 10% of a diversified investment portfolio. So just dip your toe in gold.
It's so fascinating. Yeah. All right, Alexis, thank you so much.
Okay, so only 5 to 6% of your asset should be, composed of these gold. Do not invest heavily into the gold. Okay, so have a nice Friday evening wherever you are, and have a nice meal tomorrow.